and grow in wisdom. Prayer is the best wireless connection to God. So let's start the workshop with our college prayer followed by Tamil Thai Varthu.
Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajayanam, Namo Doi Savasaunam, Deso Panchanamukaro, Sarva Pava Panasano, Mangalanam Chesarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam, Padamam Havai Mangalam. நீராடும் கடலுடத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிழில் தெக்கணமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடனும் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறையுடலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியங்கு செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
It's my pleasure to welcome you all for today's workshop, Retail Knowledge Series 20 on how retailers can move towards e-commerce. Now, I request Ms. Rimzim, Department of BCom Honors and the Council Member of Center of Excellence Retail to introduce the speaker of the day.
Thank you, Kirtana. With the blessings and guidance of our college secretary, Shri Abhay Shishimal Jain sir, our associate secretary, Dr. R. Ashok Kumar Mehta sir, our principal, Dr. S. Padmavati ma'am, and our vice principal, Dr. S. Rukmani ma'am, and our executive director, Mr. Balakrishnan sir. Now I welcome our speaker of the day, Ms. Cynthia Balasingh ma'am, Head of Marketing, Global ISP, GSI, and Strategic Partnerships. Ms. Cynthia Balasingh ma'am is a passionate technology marketer with rich experience in partner marketing and currently heading the Global Technology Partnerships Marketing in Freshworks. Under her leadership, the ISP marketing team has been emerged as one of the upcoming revenue engines at Freshworks. Prior to joining Freshworks, she was the head of marketing at Redington India Limited, dealing with IT product lines. She has been recognized as top 20 women catalyst in the Indian IT ecosystem by SME channels. Recently, she got the Women Super Achiever Award from the World Women Leadership Organization and also a proud owner of the Tech Marketer 2021 award by CXOTV, CMO Leadership Award, Top 100 Asia's Powerful Leaders. She is the host for MOV Lead Hers podcast and also an active speaker for a lot of podcasts, events, and industry interviews. Also, she is known as motivational and industry speaker and guest lecturer across colleges and corporates. As far as her educational qualification goes, she has a bachelor's degree in BTech IT and MBA with marketing and operations specialization. In her free time, she loves listening to A.R. Rahman songs, reading Tamil classics, and writing Tamil poetries. She has been fortunate enough to visit more than 30 countries around the world. We are very happy to have you as a speaker of the day, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. We welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of our management, the college, and on behalf of Center of Excellence Retail. our hearty welcome to you, ma'am, to the session.
Thank
And
you, Aruna.
definitely to have a physical session as well, where we can directly meet you. Or
Sure,
have that session more than this.
sure. We'll do that in future.
Yes, ma'am. And definitely today's topic, the topic which you're going to cover is the need of the hour. Brick and mortar alone is not sufficient nowadays. After this pandemic, especially everybody moving on to e-commerce for sustaining their business and for survival. So that is the one which we are going to cover. So definitely, many students and entrepreneurs will have impact based on this session. They will get benefited out of the session, ma'am.
Sure. So you're all able to see my screen?
Yes, of course, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So they gave an elaborate welcome to me and about my profile. So I have nothing to speak about myself. Thanks for that elaborate introduction, Aruna and team, and thanks for the opportunity once again. I know there is a series going on. I'm really not sure to what level your knowledge is equipped in this. I thought like on a broad basis, we will start with retail and e-commerce. What's the difference? And then how shopping has already changed. And then how to move from brick and mortar to click and order, and the secret sauces and the pitfalls to avoid. So this is what we are going to cover today on a high level. And of course, on a subsequent sessions, we can deep dive onto a specific topic in case if we wanted to go deeper. So just to begin, those who wanted to answer can raise the hands and the team will unmute you. I want this session to be interactive, at least for the first slide, just to break the ice, as well as always keep this in mind. So when you're attending a session, it's not only you're going to learn some insights from the speaker, it's also from the fellow team members you will learn. Peer learning is also very important. So just a basic question. According to you, what is the predominantly difference between retail and e-commerce? What is a striking difference? It can be like good or bad, or it can be a positive or negative. It can be anything. So anyone, just what is the predominant difference you will experience as a customer, you will experience between retail and e-commerce? Until you guys are answering, I'm not moving further.
Yes. Dear participants, if you would like to answer, please raise your hand so that we can unmute your audio and you'll be able to answer. Or you can also type it in the chat box if you...
Yeah, that is also fine. Yep. There are any answers coming on chat screen, Aruna? I'm not able to see. If it is there, you can read.
Sure.
I encourage participants. It is for your benefit. So there's nothing right or wrong. It's very simple question, right? Retail and e-commerce, what's the common difference? Just attempt. Good. Okay, I'm able to see now. Yeah.
So, yes, participants, it's all for your benefit that this series has been initiated.
Good. Yes. Face-to-face shopping is absent in e-commerce, absolutely. Anybody else?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, retailing is selling of products through person to person, ma'am. E-commerce is selling of products through the internet, ma'am.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Any other answers? One more we will take. Okay, just in the interest of time, I'll just start. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit slow. Okay, so I have categorized this into product interaction, obtaining products, ability to shop, customer service. So product interaction, somebody told me already rightly, right? Can physically interact with the product, but here only is images, no touch and feel is not there in e-commerce. And retail, immediately you can pack your products and walk away. But for e-commerce, at least you will take hours or days, depending upon the products you are seeking for. And the ability to shop, retail, you can only shop during the store hours and you can only interact with the employees in the store hours. But here, e-commerce, the benefit is you can shop 24/7, and also you can shop with both human and chatbots in 24/7. You will be able to get some customer support depending upon the site you're going after. So this is the predominant difference between retail and e-commerce. Any questions here? So this is something very important, right? Any business, when we are entering into, we have to understand the key trends. So see today, a simple example, if you go and post a picture saying that I'm planning a trip, or I wanted a long trip, or I am in a particular place, you will immediately start seeing some ads appearing in your Facebook timeline or Insta timelines. How is it happening? It's all through capturing the consumer data and targeting them rightly. It's not easy, right? Today, online presence, you have mass audience, you have millions and millions of people online. How will you choose your target audience? Gone are those days you just target through demographics or target through age. That's not going to happen. That is going to waste a lot of resources of marketing. So the consumer data and analytics is key for devising your marketing tactics. So take Amazon as an example. So if you leave something in the cart and not shopped, you will see some email like, do you want some assistance? There is some offer going on. You will see. And similarly, customers who purchase this have purchased also this. You will see that. And similarly, depending upon, like, for instance, if you're buying a sofa furniture, maybe in some days you can start seeing sofa accessories will come as the ads. So how all this is happening? It's by analyzing the consumer trends coming to your shop and personalize their experience. So it is always told, and McKinsey has proven survey and proven research, which states 15 to 20% of your sales immediately gets boosted when your approach is personalized. So it is not easy for retail, right? Retail, you don't know their persona. You don't know what kind of collections they will like, or what kind of products usually they shop. But in e-commerce, as they come and shop frequently, you will be able to build a persona on their own. So you can build a persona for Sindhya, you can build a persona for Aruna, and you can design your personalized online experience. And another example, take Lenskart. If you go and switch on your webcam, automatically you can try your frames, right, online. You need not actually go there and select at all. The key thing is you will not go for online on any goggle selection or frame selection, is because you will not know how it will look on you. But here you can virtually try that. And now virtual fitting rooms, trial fitting rooms are also coming in. Myntra is coming up with virtual trial rooms. So these all are the personalized experience which will make online more convenient, right? See today, a couple of years, it's no more like e-commerce is a choice for you. You have to definitely take it. Couple of years before, if anyone would have come and told you that 100% classes will happen online, nobody would have agreed for it. Today, kindergarten students also are doing online classes, right? Nobody will even think through that. They would have always thought that online courses, online certifications are casual way of education. Real classroom learning is the real need. You like it or not, today necessity is the mother of invention, right? You don't have a choice. You're forced to learn online, and that is becoming a new normal. And a lot of people who are not tech savvy, I'm seeing people in rural, people coming to work in our for like below the poverty line workers also, who are coming for our household or our shops. You will see them getting mobile for their students to learn online. So that is a source now, that is a pull or push, we could say, that is happening in the market today. You don't have a choice other than adapting yourself to online, right? So e-commerce is no more a choice. So now all we need to see is the trends which are making e-commerce more successful. So no more we are in a option of evaluating retail is best or e-commerce is best. Now it's all about omni-channel experience. So you will see a lot of people maybe want to have a touch and feel. They will go to a retail shop, they will see the touch and feel, but they will come online, compare prices among different sellers, and they will order. So it has become like that. So it's omni-channel experience is the key. You will keep hearing omni-channel experience. It is like wherever the person is. They can be in mobile, they can be in different applications like WhatsApp, Insta, messaging, Facebook Messenger, or they can physically go to the store. So you need to provide the omni-channel experience for the complete customer to come and shop anywhere, wherever they wanted to. That is all about e-commerce. See, online shopping is going mobile. Why? Because mobile is, even laptops may not be there, desktops may not be there. Now mobile has become the necessity. When Google Pay came, a lot of people don't know that people will even forget cards, right? No more debit cards, credit cards are not used that much. If you go to restaurant, simple thing, you're making phone pay or Google Pay. Going for a shopping, the same thing happening, right? So there's no more even physical cards or cash. Forget cash, even cards are not used that much nowadays. And then especially for your e-commerce platform, it is very important that you are integrating your marketplace or your store with social media. So Facebook is having a big marketplace. So when Facebook started, everyone known that as a place for get to knowing unknown people or your known circle, or just sharing your thoughts. But today, that is the biggest shopping emerging online premises. Instagram is also picking up in that. You can see a number of online or influencer chefs who is having an Instagram store where you can order your food. And similarly, the same with customizable fashion designers who are selling their products online through Insta. And now Pinterest is also emerging. So every social media channels are now going with your e-commerce. So you need to integrate your retail or omni-channel strategy, e-tail strategy with them too. So these are the key trends which will help you to when you're going to establish a e-commerce business, or when you're already established. The one thing we need to keep in mind is studying the data, AI, using AI and trends, as well as integrating your solution into omni-channel experience. So these are the key trends. Now let's see how we need to move from brick to click. First, you need to see what customer need. For instance, iPhone 13, let's take. Okay, there was a trend that is for more offline crowd, not more of online. So similarly, you need to have a feeling like if you're having a product range, what your online the product category for your retail and e-tail will be totally different. So your online crowd, your target audience in the online crowd, their product wish can be totally different. And you have to find your business plan accordingly. And you need to have a business plan which is totally different from retail. You cannot use the same thing for e-commerce. Here you need to study. You need to understand what your customer persona is all about, what they like to shop more, what is their key priority. So these are the things you need to go after them. And strategizing your product range is very important. See, for instance, Swiggy, Instamart, let's take. If you are going and shopping there now, just to share a personal experience, now not my mates or my father or no one is going to shop. They are saying that put in Swiggy, Instamart, no, because it is easy. Like in 30 minutes it will come. You need not go stand there. That too in this safety or precaution timings where pandemic is striking. You are getting used to Swiggy, Instamart. But imagine if lot of your regular needs or daily needs are not there, people will stop going. If you have only 50 or 60% of your need is satisfied through that particular site, you will not go anywhere anymore. So you need to choose your group. You cannot serve the masses. Rather than you have to choose your audience, build their persona, and for them you have to choose the product ranges. And another important thing, optimizing your website. Most of the times, if there is high study, the bounce rate is very high when your website is taking time to load. They need in seconds. In a heartbeat slip, you will lose your customer who is coming to your site if it is not loading properly. You would have spent a lot of money to bring them on to your site. But if it is not loading properly, it will easily, they will slip in a heartbeat. So it is very, very important to optimize your website. And update your marketing plan. A marketing plan, you need to again understand where is your audience living in online. If they wanted to come to your site, where all you need to target. So this strategy is again totally different from what marketing strategy you're using for retail. This will be totally different. You need to consider this as two different business model and two different business plan, two different marketing strategies. Then only you will be able to be successful. So a couple of secret sauce behind this e-commerce business, right? First and foremost, you need not build anything on your own. There are a lot of tools and technologies available which are suitable for e-commerce. You need to just have a right expert to pick and choose the tools you need for your site and you for your e-commerce business. So you need to have integrated and intuitive solutions. Simplicity is the key here, right? Your audience need to come, or your customers need to come and have their navigation easy. They need to have their they should be able to easily find what they want without any tutorials to be read in the website, right? And also you need to have some chatbots and AIs to help them to navigate across. See, a lot of people immediately wants to discuss with the support agent or immediately want to ask something. So you need to have this chatbots 24/7, and your help desk tool like Freshdesk or a lot of help desk solutions are there. So you need to have help desk solution deployed. So because we made one study in Freshworks, as we are the help desk provider, we almost 109 million tickets, that is customer interactions, we did an analysis over that. It came out that speed is the primary factor for customer satisfaction. So speed can be two ways, right? It can be delivery speed or it can be ordering speed. So today, the another advantage of coming to e-commerce site is you need not wait. The waiting period, and just imagine you're going to a Sarana stores or you're going to a Bothis or anywhere, right? Your waiting period is long. Your attention from your retail people to show you the wide varieties are long. But today, there's no waiting period, and your ordering is very easy. You need not stand in the long queue of lifestyle counter. You just need in a fraction of a second you can pay and place your order. But another speed is important, delivery speed. So you need to tie up with right vendors. So there are a lot of tools like late shipment, a parcel hub, where these guys will help you by solving the discrepancy. So most of the service questions you will get is, where is my order? Why it is getting delayed, or wrong entry, wrong order, damaged product. So you have a lot of third-party tools now to handle this. So they will handle the delivery queries. They will handle the returns for you. So these kind of critical things, if you choose right tools and right third-party vendors in place, then your delivery speed and accuracy will be fast. That will make the customer experience who are coming to your site to be delighted. So that's where your word of mouth picks up and more traffic to your website also will come. So simplicity, smart support, speed are the key to have your key secret sauce to have your business running successfully. And then with all the data, there's so much of data will be available for you now. So you need to have right tools in place like Power BI or Google Analytics, Digital Studio, whatever. So for you to get this analytics to put into use, so you will have right forecasting. Like retail, you cannot do mass purchases. You cannot have the mass inventories available. Here, how smartly you will have this thing. What is the fast moving SKU? Will you put some SKUs specific to online people? Or will you have certain SKUs with some offers you will run? Or you will have a bundle offers running? All these things is possible if you have a proper data analytics and forecast specialist in place and tools in place. That is very, very, very important. So the key for building a successful e-commerce business is choosing the right technology stacks. For instance, today you need not build your own e-commerce store. You have Shopify, where you can customize as per the need. You have PayPal for taking care of your gateway. You have late shipment and parcel hub kind of vendors who will take care of your delivery related thing. You have Freshdesk to take care of your help desk requirement. You have chatbots, Freddy chatbots from Freshdesk, and so many chatbots, AI related chatbots to come and handle your support queries, where you need not really spend time and energy on deploying the bots. Rather than it'll automatically learn as per your customers' queries, and it will build its own bot flow. Right. So Swiggy today you're going, what you're doing, if some wrong order comes or it is getting delayed, you'll just go help us. normal chatbot will start interacting with you unless you are requesting for a customer support executive. That is a key you have to also do for a great customer experience to come. Then these are some tips. So you will get carried away by people talking about omni-channel, 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 right? So first you need to build your core capability right before building an omni-channel experience. That is very, very key. See, for instance, today data integration, analytics, navigation, and customer experience, these four are the key core capabilities you need to build before going and setting up your omni-channel. Because without having this right, if you set up your omni-channel experience, the initial customer reviews and satisfaction will be bad. That may harm your business a lot, and which will make you or a cost for you will be too high to rebound and recover from this. So it is always not good to have bad reviews. So you have to set your core capabilities right. So data integration, as I told, you need to have your data, machine learning in place for people to get the right. For instance, Amazon is having a capability. If you update a address to a cold place, they will show you all winter-related, offers, merchandising and all. So if you are really in a hot place, according to your delivery address updation, it will start showing you recommendations. So these are the personalized thing which will trigger the impulsive purchase. To make it relatable, if you go to a supermarket, you will see when you are billing, you will see a lot of small candy bars, a little bit small things for homes and all will be placed near the billing counter. So that impulsive purchase will come immediately. You will remember, okay, I'll take 2 chocolates. Okay, let me take this sweet. Let me put the snacks along with whatever I have already bought. Similar strategy. So depending upon their shopping, when you're going to cart, you can show add-ons. So these are the add-ons you want along with whatever you have ordered, because customer bought it together. So these are called associative purchase. In you would have read somewhere, right? If you are not read, it is like there is a study. If you are if jam is kept next to jam and butter are kept next to bread, then sorry, can you all go and mute? There is some disturbance. Thank you. So if the bread and butter are kept together, that is what they call the associative bread and butter. Sorry?
Apologies, ma'am. It was a participant who was admitted now. Sorry.
No issues. So bread and butter association, we call it as. So those association will be built by your data insights and analytics which you are going to have. So you need to deploy the right analytical tool for the same, right AI tool for the same. Then analytics, we spoke about. Navigation, personalized navigation. It should the navigation should be easy. So your people should not search for this thing. As I told, bounce rate is too high in e-commerce platforms. So if they are not able to navigate that easily, immediately their bounce rate will be very high. So you need to have personalized navigation. Depending upon the CRM you are using, you have to have a personalized navigation. Then comes the customer experience, right? Here your how your support, your bot is interacting, how your help desk is performing, how your agents are responding, how your deliveries are smart, speed, and accurate. This is going to define your customer experience. If you build these core capabilities right, then go for omni-channel. That will be nailing the whole business model. Along with this omni-channel, then you will be building a very, very successful e-commerce model. I kept this presentation a bit short for us to interact more. So just to summarize, so we have seen the key difference and the need for moving to e-commerce, and how the shopping has already changed is something we have seen. And the rise of online shopping is not only online shopping, right? Rise of anything like going online, right? It can be education, it can be medical. A lot of, have you ever thought of video conferencing with doctors? It's happening, right? And of course, then online shopping will go up. So that too, when you are dealing with multi-branding, you have to be even more very conscious and careful. If your target audience is niche, it is of one kind. If your target audience is of mass, you need to strategize your product categories according to your buyer persona. Then from moving to click to order, the first thing we need to remember is Don't replicate your retail merchandising to your online store. You should not replicate your complete retail into online. Then it is set for failure. So that is completely different. Your online experience has to be way different from your retail experience. That's where that, depending upon the audience, he can be there, he can be here, or he can visit there to see the touch and feel thing, come to your online, and at the convenience can purchase later. It depending upon them. But the strategy need to be completely different, and the details you are capturing everywhere. It doesn't be desktop. For instance, let's take someone is browsing in mobile and adding it in the cart. After 1 hour, they're going and purchasing it in the desktop. Real time, those cards has to be updated. They should not do it from the beginning. It has to be saved. And if the session is getting disconnected, they should all their purchase history should be saved. So these are the key things, right, which we need to remember when we are moving from brick to click and order. And the secret sauce is putting the right tech stacks and right data and analytics in place, and using this data and analytics in a right form to arrive at your product range, as well as to arrive at your interaction, customizable interaction with your customer. That will end up in a greater customer experience. And then the biggest pitfall that need to be avoided is going and trying all the tech stacks or business model where your competitors or other e-commerce players doing. Rather, you need to narrow down on your core capabilities first, like data interaction, which we spoke, data insights and interaction analytics, your marketing plan, your customer experience. You have to narrow down on these things for your audience persona, which you are going to build over the period, and then master your omni-channel experience. This will help you to go and nail your e-commerce business. So I'm not sure how much I was able to relate to you all. Any questions, any thoughts on whatever we discussed? Anywhere you are not able to follow, so that I can take you through.
Thank you very much, ma'am. In fact, that was all the topics covered. So there is nothing left uncovered, actually. Only thing where I had a doubt was how to, for a new person, a brick and mortar retailer, whom to approach. How do I go into e-commerce? That practical approach is what, guidance is what is required for them.
Okay, see, here, that's what I said, that there's two kind of thing, right? One is building your e-commerce portal itself, or platform itself is one, and then marketing for that is second. So building a e-commerce portal, you have a lot of now new age technology providers. Even if, for example, even Freshworks, we have an integration with multiple partners. We can have providers like Freshworks can give you end-to-end solution of e-commerce. Right from, we have an integration with Shopify, we can have an integration with PayPal, we have an integration with whatever Razorpay, PayPal, or marketing tools, CRM, everything we have an integration. So people like Freshworks, you can go, or even Shopify, if you go, they will have interaction, their integrations with us. You can choose the brands, but you can go for one provider. Nowadays, they will have a marketplace where you can have the end-to-end solution. So you will have them consulting you and giving you the right tools to deploy. This is part one. So you have a lot of new age technology companies who are doing that. So Freshworks, for instance, are very well. Our major focus is retail for this year. So we have integrations, as I told, with multiple vendors, or whomever I spoke about, right? So we can do that for you. But if you, the second stage is marketing. So you really need to go and partner. So in the beginning time, go and find out marketing agencies who can help you. So there are two things, right? Your own customer, you can tell them that you have an e-commerce online store. You can help them. That you can do by, you will have their phone number, you will have their email IDs. You can run email campaigns with offers, introduce them, or do a small event, introduce your e-commerce platform. All those things you can do. But if you're looking for new audience, if you're looking for paid campaigns, like digital marketing campaigns to get new audience, you can partner with multiple digital marketing agencies who can help you to drive footfall for your portal. But the problem here is, as I told, if our portal is not right, if your core capabilities and product ranges and delivery options are not locked in place, whomever are coming to your portal with all the money you're spending on the digital marketing, everything, the bounce rate will be high and they will leave us a unsatisfied customer. So first and foremost, first phase, you have to focus on the right tech stacks you wanted to deploy and the core capabilities you wanted to develop and the product offerings you wanted to go after your this thing and draw your product persona. The product persona should be exactly like people like Cynthia. There are personas, these personas like this kind of attires, or if it is clothing store, or if it is shoes, they go for this kind of formal shoes. So you need to define the persona very well in advance, and you need to decide like who are those personas you are going after, and for them you have to develop your product ranges. So if you log this right, then automatically the digital marketing agencies, whomever you're going after, they will be able to get you the right crowd inside, and they will get converted. And also how to convert these customers into your advocacy is the final thing. Advocates. So those are happy and satisfied customers. How will you encourage them to leave reviews? What incentive are you giving them to leave reviews, or recommending or referring someone to a friend? So what are the referral codes, or what is the discount codes you can give it to them? That is a separate strategy for you to retain and make your customer themselves as an advocate and bring more customers. Hope I answered your question, Aruna, in a high level way.
Yes, definitely. So my understanding is that Freshworks or other consultants like Freshworks will help us in moving on to e-commerce portals. And for digital marketing, there is another set of
Lot of agencies are there.
But my question here is combining these two. When I approach, for example, Freshworks for moving into e-commerce as a retailer, I expect the same, every kind of services from one single consultant. The reason being, the consultant will understand my requirement, my customer base, my products, A to Z of me. So is there such a service?
You have a lot of independent consultants who are doing this for retail. So you can find a lot of independent consultants who can refer you the right tools for you as well as right agencies for use. So a lot of retail and e-commerce consultants are there. Even like retail associations, right? This wherever they are, there you will find a lot of freelancing consultants there. So even if you Google and check freelancing e-commerce consultants, you will find a number of people for sure.
Okay, fine. So, that was my basic question. And the impulse buying part, where you were talking about impulse buying on the e-commerce portals as well. Usually at brick and mortar retail stores, it is mostly the children who are the impulsive buyers.
They not be.
Most often.
Not be.
But when I come to e-commerce portal, I feel that it is me who is browsing it. I don't sit along with my family and browse. So most of us do that. It is individually that we browse over the products. So there, the percentage of impulsive buying is reduced. That I feel. Just wanted to check your opinion on that.
See, that's what again I'm saying. It depends upon how we are presenting, right? See, for instance, let's take let's take Swiggy Instamart. Okay, as an example, let me give two examples. So first, let me take Swiggy Instamart as an example. So if you will only search for the products which you want, right? So you will put it in the cart. So they will, if you see, actually scroll down, they will suggest you that, do you want this, previous orders, all this will come. Lot of times something may not be needed. For instance, I do this. Okay, I like paneer soda a lot. But I will not try to buy that for various reasons, maybe for my health reason or something. I don't want to put on weight. I'll keep it away. But when I add everything else, it will automatically come up like, do you want this because you were purchased last time? It will force me, okay, sometimes, okay, let me put one and keep it at home. It will come in the mind. Chocolates will come, bites will come, right? And so this is Swiggy, normal grocery. Let's go for a clothing store. Let's take Myntra or something else. When you're buying a cloth, it'll automatically say, do you want a palazzo along with it? Do you want this thing along with it? Do you want to check out mask offers? Do you want to check these all is basic socks? Winter socks is coming. There is winter offers are coming. Maybe this you may not want now, but you may want in the future, you will force to go inside and see if the offer is good, and if you want, that impulse buying will happen. So that's where the AI and AI is very important. So you need to know your kind of persona. What is their most triggering point? What usually they buy? What they want? So the accessories around that will go. See, for instance, iPhone recently I bought. So obviously, earpod I may require. iPhone itself is one ecosystem that causes itself, right? For earpod, its case, earpod case, charger, so many things you can buy. So it can keep coming. Immediately you may not buy, but immediately sometimes you will feel it's better. I'll buy a case that is better. Okay, I'll buy a earpod, it is better. So that if you ask me, I will beg to disagree on your point that impulse purchasing has come down. Impulse purchasing is happening more nowadays. But provided that, because see, I'll tell you, currently shopping is becoming a stress buster for a lot of people, right? They like to treat themselves with something. If suddenly a visual and imaginary perception, if suddenly something good happens, we go and order it. And when we go inside, lot of other collections, how it has been shown. If you will not, maybe you are going to a site where they are not reading your taste properly, and they are not suggesting you something, you may tend to buy impulsively. It is not pushing, they are not giving you enough proper targeting for you to do that. That's where I said a personalized approach is very important. If that comes automatically, what ARPA, we will say ARPA, average revenue per user, that average revenue per user will go up. They will keep growing.
Got it. So
again, depending upon the business model, what you are selling online, so there accordingly it will go.
So hope this would have cleared many of our doubts. It's not only my doubt, in fact, a common doubt which most of us had.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually,
Call me Cynthia. No, ma'am. Call me Cynthia.
I'm from VIT faculty.
Hi.
Actually, how far that outsourcing is connecting to the e-commerce level of approach by the retailers, ma'am?
Sorry, I'm not able to get your question.
Outsourcing. Most of the retailers, normally they outsource the e-commerce platform for their selling as an additional channel. Okay, so along with their retail shop, and they will also get connected to e-commerce platform, right? With some people of like your Amazon or Flipkart, and they try to push their products to the customers. Right? Is it the right approach for the beginners, or?
Again, see, it depends upon what kind of product you are selling. For instance, if you are see, if I'm buying a shampoo, you are a grocery store provider, and you are attaching yourself with Amazon, let's say. So that, but problem there is, it's a good approach. But problem there is, how will you market there? There also it is required. How you will become a top seller, because they will show like 100 other sellers, and how will you come up? So again, you need to do a lot of work on SEO optimization. All those is there. Yes, it is a good approach for a beginner, but if your audience is not, see, it's a good approach if your thing is a normal consumer durable, normal product or FMCG product, it may be a good start to have. But if you have your own collections, or if it's a clothing store or a footwear store, or if you are providing a services, if you wanted to provide an online, kitchen, all this actually will not work if you tie up with someone. Okay. And another major problem in tying up with like someone like Amazon or anyone else, you will not have much profits first. You will not have control. Your customer experience, again, like, the customer will not know you as a seller. It is just, they will know that's Amazon as a seller. So we have to see what is our key goal. If shopping is, as you rightly said, e-commerce is only an additional channel of business.
Additional channel, yeah.
It's fine. But lot of time, it is not a long-term strategy. If you the one final tip which I forgot to mention is, so to your retail your e-commerce strategy should not be short term. You should see this in a long term.
Long term, yeah.
Can I grow my business? Will my business sustain? If 100%, if it is moving online tomorrow, you should always think in that way. If 100%, if it is moving online, am I in right channel? If you ask me, you should be there in Amazon. Also, you should have your own e-commerce this thing. Otherwise, in the future, when the business needs are forcing you to convert 100% online, you may not be there at all.
Yeah.
Your brand name will never be there. Your customer, this is specifically for your customers to go. You imagine if you directing your customer to Amazon to buy, they will go and buy some other seller and go, right? You don't have a control.
Yeah.
So COVID kind of situation forced us to go lock ourselves inside. So if I wanted to buy online, if I wanted to put a request in the app so that you can deliver me, if you tell me I am available in Amazon, go and purchase, you're losing that customer already. So in that way, if a long-term customer retention is your key and you wanted to serve your existing customer with an omni-channel experience, then you need to have your own e-commerce. Yes, that is advisable. These all Amazon and all is the place you have to be there, but it is not the only place for your e-commerce.
That is only an additional thing that we are just focusing for 5 to 10% of our sales.
But if you ask me, that is not going to help you in long term, right? Because people are getting convenience with online. So what will happen is they will come to your store, they will see the things, and they will go and order with someone else later.
Someone else and purchase, right? That's what happening. Right.
That's what will happen. So retail will, in the future, what will happen is retail will become like a window shopping, like how you do the test drive of cars, right? So it is just to touch and feel, they will come there. But real buying will happen online. So it is important for you to have your online business.
Even among the shoppers now in retail shop, right? They are focusing majorly to see the product in person and order it online and get it to the.
I do that. iPhone, whenever I am buying, I will go to Apple store, iPhone store in Phoenix. I'll go see everything. I will see the color, everything, and I'll come and order in Flipkart or Amazon and go.
So intelligent move, right? To get the maximum discount also.
Yeah.
For making use of our shoppers, right?
So that's why I'm saying, like, when you building your e-commerce strategy, you should have a specialty product range only for that.
Yeah. That's what I just about to tell now. Right, only with a specialty product where if you are getting attached with the e-commerce platform, right, for selling, elsewhere, nowhere else the customer can get that item.
That should not be the retail strategy. That's what I said. Your retail strategy should be different, and this should be different.
Yeah, right. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Call me Cynthia, your mom. I'm feeling something different. Okay. Anyone else?
Okay.
Yes, other participants, if you have any queries.
What your only ma'am and sirs should ask questions, is it? I actually came to speak to you guys. So students should ask. Otherwise, then I will have a feeling that maybe I was too over the board, or it's absolutely clear, no question. That is not possible. Or I was totally in a different zone where you are not able to connect, which is true.
Definitely, students would be having questions.
Don't be shy away. It can be a ridiculous question.
In fact, this is a disease, madam. In fact, in online,
people.
Monotonous talking of people. Monotonous talking of people, and
people to switch on their video. Usually, I didn't want to do that today, but usually I used to force people to switch on video whenever I go to college lectures. I recently I did an SSN also. I force them to switch on their video. Otherwise, we have that tendency, we'll just put like some song going in the background and we will be doing something else. That is also common, right? So this is for your workshop, this thing. Nobody is forcing you. This is not a compulsory. Nobody is going to have examination for you. But if you have to take the maximum advantage of this. So please ask questions for your own good. No one? Yeah.
Ma'am, how to grab the elderly people to the e-commerce, ma'am? Because they mostly like to buy traditionally only, ma'am.
Is it so? Really?
In my house, that is happening.
But in your house, you have to help them, no? So that's where this comes. If you see, my father my father learned it from me. So now it is happening in that way. When it is forced, as I said, Google Pay. Earlier, no one knows to do. Now all the elder people are getting adapted to it because they know that it is convenient, no touch. Health is now concerned, right? We all wanted no contact deliveries, no contact payments. So it is forcing us to learn. And there are a lot of apps where regional things are coming now. So you take Google Pay, Phone Pay, a lot of e-tem. This is something I'm saying. So your thing should not be only in English. Your audience, where your audience are, accordingly, their language also should be there. That will also encourage them to come and do. So mobile is becoming again, you said, right, how to encourage them. Need not be. See, if they really, that is where the omni-channel presence are there, right? Bhumita, right? Bhumita. So for example, now, if my parents want to go to a shop and purchase, they should be able to. So your business should cater both. That is where omni-channel is coming, retail as well as e-commerce. But if they wanted to do it in e-commerce also, it should be easy for them. So that's how you need not really push someone to move from here to there, unless your business is 100% online. You need not do that. So see, always there is a saying, 20%, you should always look at to 20% of the things which is making 80% of impact. Lot of times, again, if I have to borrow the wordings of Mr. Ashok, so it's a disease. We always look for something which is not happening. We will think like, hey, elders are not doing, still people wanted to go and see. If you actually take the data and insights and see deeply, that will be 20% of the crowd. That the overall that hue and cry we are making, that use case, we call it as use case. Those use cases, making elders to buy through retail, will cause impact of 10% of your business, which you can gain it if you have good retail presence. So that can be done. That's where I'm saying in e-commerce, all you need to know is who is your audience and what they want, how to attract them. That should be your core strategy. This all will eventually fall as the industry matures. How many of us know, yeah, when Uber, Ola came, I never thought that will fly. I thought how to believe this, guys. Now we all are got used to, we stopped driving our own cars, right? So the industry itself, you need not really worry about this certain things. The industry themselves will mature over the time. You need to be ready. When the industry matures, you just need to be ready to capture that market. You should not start building at that point of time. That's the key.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyone else? Someone said I have a question. Resume, Jane.
Yes, okay. Ramsam, you can ask a question.
Yes, yeah. Ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. You are.
Ma'am, I have a question that, like, what is the scenario like of e-commerce before COVID and after this? I mean, like after 2020 or 2021, like what is the picture of e-commerce?
You mean to say that once the pandemic is over, what is the state of e-commerce, or is that?
Like you can say before. Yes, you can say before the pandemic has started, like before 2020 and after 2020, how e-commerce has been immersed in India or in general.
See, as I started my presentation, right, before 2021, it's a choice. After that, it has become mandatory for a certain period of time. Then people who got used to it, it's always like Swiggy, for instance, right? Food delivery and all, people like to go to restaurants and eat, but food delivery now it's become very common. You keep doing that, but in the initially when they launched, they would have given you so many offers. Now it is expensive. You see, if you have to order from Swiggy, it is expensive now, but you will still order. Why? You got used to it. Uber, Ola, same way. It was cheap once. Now it is costly, means it's too much, right? Sometimes for a short distance, 500, 700, but still you're going because you got used to it. That is the convenience factor, how convenient it is. So now e-commerce has become a convenient factor. It's not forcing them to be on e-commerce, but they got used to it. So if I have to divide into 3 phases, phase 1, it was a choice. Depending upon like people want to go, they were going. Phase 2, pandemic, peak, no other go, lockdown. 100%. If you want something, e-commerce, you have to go. So no choice. But those who have adapted a business model only for that period, they would have failed. If they would have anticipated tomorrow in hybrid model also or omni-channel model also how I need to operate, they will have a huge future, because now people got convenient. So they will do. And even like Myntra, for instance, I will take again an example of Myntra. If I got too much used to Myntra online shopping, but I wanted to see the collections in physical also. Tomorrow, maybe like if there is a Myntra store, I may want to go and see there also, and I wanted to buy here also. So I have to be present in both the ways. So choice to mandatory to convenience now. That's how I would say this. Have I answered your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Ma'am, we have a question from Reshma. Reshma, you can unmute and ask your question.
Good day, ma'am.
Hi, Reshma.
Ma'am, in the future, there might be a change like buying products mostly in the online instead of buying in retail stores in person. What do you think about that change? What's your opinion on the change?
So it is a continuation of my previous answer, right? So again, it is not, it depends upon the items, right? Reshma, for instance, if it's a grocery, there is high chance it may move to online completely, because it's very convenient for people to just order then and there anytime. Even if you see Swiggy and all, even 11 o'clock, I have seen people delivering, right? If you want something. So again, it's a convenience factor. If I have to repeat, it's a convenience factor. So certain thing which is not requiring a touch and feel at all can move 100% online also. So we have to be ready for that. All we have to Lenskart, I would say, they all are visionaries, right? So they have, you just go, you can fit your in their app, you can fit your frames. Myntra, you can give your sizes, you can give your photo, you can trial fit the outings. So these people are visionaries who can change the future of the business at all. So now, for as a beginner, we really need not worry about that. So all we need to do is we need to be all ready to just capture the market this transformation is going to cause. So that's how it will be, according to me.
Thank you.
So it is similar like this, right? No more tapes, no more cassettes, no more CDs. Like this, eventually it will also change. So are we ready for that change? Today, I still remember there are a lot of music recording player. I used to go and sit along with my mother. She will see the catalog, write and give, and we used to record and come. Now, I don't know what those guys are doing. They would have foreseen this? If they would have adapted to it, maybe they would have survived. Otherwise, no. So that's what we need to do.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have another question from the Ramzan Jain, ma'am.
Okay, go
Yes,
on.
Ramzan.
Ma'am, nowadays, after emerging of e-commerce, we have an option of buy now and pay later. Like we have on Flipkart pay later option. So is this a really, I mean, a good move for e-commerce? I mean, is it in positive way?
I would not say so, because this may affect your credit journey. Another advantage for suppliers who are coming online is instant payment. So they need not really look for credit. So this pay later is an option. Again, as I told, they have done their core capabilities, so they are going for this. So pay later, Flipkart has saturated their core capabilities. Now they wanted to capture the additional business of those who wants credit. You got it? So they are going to those crowd and telling them, hey, like your Kirana shop or like your known retailer shop where you can ask for credit, we are also giving you credit. Okay, that is because they have mastered their core capability. They have reached the saturation. They wanted to capture the next level of segments of businesses. Hence, they are going for that. But as a new business, this may be harmful for you, because this may make you pay later. The customer may say, I don't like the product, or it was damaged, something they can say, which you may lose your money. So for emerging e-commerce player, that's not the right strategy.
So it depends upon the reputation or the
scale of your business.
Yes.
Instead of reputation, I would call a scale of your business, depending upon the scale. If the scale is larger, you can do it because you will have the same advantage with your vendors. But if your scale is very small, you will not get that credit advantage to pass it to your customers. Any other questions? One more question. With that, we can. By the way, LinkedIn, I'm available. I'm very active in LinkedIn. So if you go and search my name is there, Cynthia Balasingh. If you go and search this is unique name. I don't think anyone is having. So just put Cynthia Balasingh on the LinkedIn. You can connect with me and shoot your questions at any time. I love to stay connected. Any other questions, guys?
Good evening, ma'am.
Share your LinkedIn profile to the participants so that, as you said, they can anytime get in touch with you.
Yeah, I'll do that. You will share.
I will share it anyways. I'll be sending across a mail to all the participants. So
yeah, you can share mine
along with the YouTube link as well of this.
Someone else was asking question. I know who is that. Yeah, go on.
This is Nayan, ma'am.
Yes.
If an wholesaler is in e-commerce business, what will be the retailer's problem, ma'am?
You mean to say distributors?
Yeah, ma'am.
Come to online. They will have retailers will have a problem because the advantage they are getting from brand usually will be passed to you. One layer is cut. So they will be able to give more discounts than you.
So if they have a separate entity in nearby locality, means they will be benefited, no, ma'am, compared to e-commerce.
No, I'm not getting. Actually, come again. Maybe I'm not getting your question. Come again.
If a retailer is buying from a wholesaler and selling near retail near locality, ma'am, he will be benefited with the same brand. He will be having some name, no, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm not able to really understand the question. You mean to say that distributor is having advantage or retailer is having advantage? I'm not able to get the question.
If he's not in e-commerce,
okay.
If he's not in e-commerce, is a normal retailer who is doing a business near. Example, we can take Chennai, ma'am.
Okay.
He's doing retailing, and he will be having certain customers who are depending on them. Nearby time, if wholesalers are in e-com, even though in e-commerce, they will be having time bound, no, ma'am.
If they are routing this to you, then it is an advantage of retailers. If a wholesaler gets the order from the customers and passing on to the nearby retailers for them to serve their or execute their order, then it's a beneficial to you. Otherwise, for anyone in courier service, in 1 day it will come or 2 days it will come. No, it's not going to. No more. A locality will play again. This wherever like Ashok and me spoke, right? That will only happen. They will come to your retail store. They will see everything. Go and buy there for a better discount. 1 or 2 days for a better 10%. If I'm getting 1 or 2 days, I'll be waiting unless it is a very necessary or an urgent product.
Even I used to do that, ma'am. In example, friends, we have Team Spirit, some little bit branded companies, ma'am. In Agio, we will be getting nearly 18% discount, ma'am. But the time bound is Agio is taking nearly 7 to 8 days to deliver, ma'am. If we need urgently, means we have to buy in trends only.
That depends upon the customer. Again, as I told, I'll go back to that. You're finding a small percentage of people who will require that urgently. A lot of people still may compromise for 1 week for if they are getting like 18% discount, they will be okay. Right? So here what usually will happen is a wholesaler will not go online that much if they unless, as I told, most of the distributors I know, I worked in Reddington also, when they try to go online, they will protect the partner's interest or retailer's interest by passing the orders to them for execution and passing some ORC, a specific percentage for them to fulfill the order which they are getting online. That is how they will also be able to have the availability in better, and contracts also will be channel interest and all will be there. So mostly it will be, because otherwise they will also lose the trust of retailers. Retailers will stop buying from them. So it depends upon the distribution also, like where their business are more, they will take their strategy accordingly. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Then one more question I'm seeing, what is the biggest disadvantage in e-commerce? Touch and feel is your biggest disadvantage, and immediately you cannot have the product going. For instance, if I have to gift my father, today is the birthday, I wanted to do something, maybe I will not be able to get immediately. So that's the disadvantage I may face. And I may not be able to cloth. Sometimes online we will see something and reality it will be different. Then return this, it may be a long this thing. So that those things are the disadvantages of e-commerce. That is also now companies are addressing, right? Amazon and all trying most of the products same day delivery they are trying. And similarly, like I told, Lenskart, Myntra, taking virtual trial rooms, they are still trying to fill those gaps of disadvantages. Thank you. So thank you for being a very Okay, last question.
Yes.
Last question, please. Yes.
Yes, Ramzam, you can unmute and ask your question, Ramzam.
I think maybe like, okay, it's okay, fine then. So that's all. Ramzam, you want to ask the question? No, I think maybe a mistake. Okay, fine. You are in mute, Ramzam, if you're trying to talk. I think something is an issue. Otherwise, overall,
I will share her question either via LinkedIn or we get connected.
Sure, that will be better because you're on top of the hour already. I hope the session was useful to all of you. I didn't say anything like a Eureka moment, I know, but at least I hope I have given you a package of things to be considered when you are moving to the e-commerce business or when you're advising someone to move to the e-commerce business. I hope the session was useful.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Thank you very much for patiently answering to all the queries of our students and professors as well. Thank you very much. In fact, students who are just in the verge of starting their business, since they cannot immediately afford for brick and mortar, e-commerce will definitely help them in the initial venturing stage. So thank you very much for clearing all those queries.
That's why just to add on to Aruna's thing, you will see a lot of in Instagram, like baking, people bake at home and gives, right? So that is some emerging businesses. So those who don't want to invest on a physical retail, then if you wanted to go 100% e-commerce, then social marketplace is the best thing for you to go. Like via Instagram or Facebook, that is the best thing to start.
Yes, and in fact, this generation is very much active on social media.
So it's like now again, like it has completely targeting has become easier. Young crowds are there in Instagram, middle-aged crowd are there in Facebook. So completely, the targeting is becoming even more easy. So a lot of things are coming. Anyway, thank you once again. I'll maybe on some other time on a different topic, we all can meet. It's always a pleasure to interact with students. I would have loved if this session is in physical because I was a lecturer for 1.5 years before I went to my MBA. So the one thing I loved and enjoyed was teaching. So my students really missed me when I resigned. So it's still, I get wishes on Teachers' Day. So that is something I really enjoyed like 12 years back. And I'm so happy to, I just come to this college sessions. I don't say no, just to, keep that in mind. I always come and address the students. It's always a pleasure to meet you all. So anytime, any guidance, please ping me. And I didn't see most of your faces, at least before I sign off. Can you all turn on your computer for 1 second so that at least I'll just see all your faces so that I don't feel like I'm talking to a system once. Okay.
Yes, dear participants, now that
once, just last 5 seconds, you can turn on your computer.
You will not be asked any questions.
Yeah.
You can definitely turn on your video.
At least let me see your faces. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aruna, for organizing this. Thank you, everybody. I hope Aruna share the feedback later with me, like how they enjoyed or where we can tweak next time, or where I was out of context or too much details, whether I have given or too little I have given, or it's too high level or it's too detailed, let me know so that we will do much better next time. Thank you once again for all of you to spare your time. I always say the best gift someone can give you is their time. So you all gifted me with your time. I hope I have gifted in turn a valuable session to all of you. Once again, thank you.
Thank you very much. So we'll wind up with a formal vote of thanks from our student council.
Okay, go on.
I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought. I would like to take this opportunity to place a hearty thanks to Ms. Cynthia Balasingh, Head of the Marketing, Global ISV, GSI, and Strategic Partnership of enhancing our knowledge on how retailers can move towards e-commerce. My thanks and gratitude to our encouraging College Secretary, Sir, Sri Abhaya Sri Shrimal Jain, Sir. My sincere thanks to our Associate Secretary, Sri R. Ashok Kumar Megatha, Sir. My deep sense of gratitude to our beloved Principal, Ma'am, Dr. S. Padmavati. Thank you, ma'am, for your enormous encouragement and guidance at every point of need. My thanks and gratitude to our Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rukmani, ma'am. I extend my sincere thanks to all teaching and non-teaching staff for their cooperation. A special thanks to the technical team who has always been a great pillar of support as the world is digitalized, and the technical staff play a major role in facilitating the workshop conducted by us. We thank the participant of today's session for creating a positive response on this workshop. Last but not the least, I thank the Almighty who blessed us abundantly and made this event a great success. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you for such a lovely participants, because I love the crowd who was highly interactive. That's why I kept the presentation also short. I wanted more interaction. That happened. Thank you all. Thank you. Take care. Just speak up for yourself. I'm seeing a lot of women out here, right? So you guys have to come. I do a podcast called MOV Leaders. So you can find this in YouTube. So a lot of industry leaders comes and guide women for starting their career and moving in a career journey. That will be useful for all of you. You can tune into that. So women need to speak up. So just speak, whether it's right, wrong, nobody is there to judge. Just speak, go and ask what you want. Then only you will get what you want. That is my sincere request. Don't even think that you can sit backward and people will come and know your interest and they will serve you the world. It will not happen. Just you need to be very clear. I encourage all of you to balance both work and professional life. I will not agree that if you're getting married or something, you cannot start your career. It as a career should be like basic thing. All of you need to have a financial independence. This is my word of wisdom. Please equip yourself financially independently. Even if you're rich, poor, or getting married, never be dependent on anyone. That's my last request to all of you. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that motivating note to end.
Thank you.
Hope to see you in a physical session again at the college.
Sure. Thanks, Aruna. Thanks for this.
Thank you. Dear participants, please fill in the feedback form for you to receive your certificates.